deja checo esta madre.
I have to research his career.
No te la
Con
sabes.
Santos. ¿Con quién más?
Santos, con Pumas, ¿te acuerdas que Claudio Suárez dijo eso?
Oh, sí, ¿no?
Santos, con Pumas, ¿te acuerdas que
The hell is going on with my...
Yeah, Claudio Suárez said Pumas as well. Okay, you know what? Voy a armar un pinche single también tuyo, güey, porque...
¿Un qué?
Un single, so that way you can be in a single shot.
Okay.
Okay, ahí está.
The lighting is good, or should I get more lighting, less lighting?
No, you look good.
All right.
It looks pretty good. It looks good. I better keep talking. Check 1, 2. Give me a mic check.
Test 1, 2. Test.
A ver, keep talking.
Test 1, 2. Test. Está probando. 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2. Test. Está probando.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and start, dude.
All right, put the mask on.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Eto Podcast. I couldn't even say it. The Eto Podcast, el Tri Online Podcast. I'm Joe Rodriguez, joined along as always by El Super Mojado. Super, ¿qué onda?
¿Qué traza, Joe? Aquí estamos una vez más. We're ready for this party, man.
Que comience la fiesta. All right. So, Super Mojado, I don't know when you want to do it, but we got to do it, man.
Tranquilo, estamos chupando tranquilos, Joe. Come on, man.
Hey, you want to just get it out of the way or what's up, dude? Saludos a toda la banda.
Come on, man. Deja que llegue la banda para que sea más humillante, güey.
Bueno.
Let them roll in.
All right.
Everybody's excited. Everybody's gonna want to tune in for this. I'm a man of my word. Soy ahora sí que de honor, con mi palabra es de honor.
Cálmate, Luismi, cálmate. You get another one just for that, Super. Anyway,
man.
all right. Just so you guys know, Super Mojado's going to be rocking his America jersey just because he lost the bet with El Super Clasico. It was really, really, really crappy for those of us who are Chivas fans. You should have seen the ETO chat group. It was just going bonkers. A lot of Americanistas like Ivan, Luis Bravo, Leo Hernandez, among other fellas, they were just giving us a lot of dirt. But you know what? At the end of the day, dude, you got to give credit where credit is due. Gio Dos Santos delivered a golazo for Las Águilas de América, and that's all it took, Super, right? There's no way. I think Super just lost me.
I lost your audio for a second. I'm sorry. Say that again, Joe.
No, bueno, pues I was just saying that all it took was Gio Dos Santos' goal. That's all it took. And they won. They won fair and square.
La estrella fugaz del América. You know, he is. It's a player that's very irregular. You know, it has been a very hard time for Gio coming to America, and even prior to that, you know, in LA Galaxy, he didn't play a good game. You know, you don't really remember him playing a good game for Galaxy. So it's very intermittent, but you know, in moments like this, it just brings me back to La Selección. You know, when he's there with un poquito de esa magia, you know, se le sale de repente, and this time it was a decent goal. I mean, I'll give it to that. And I actually saw a bunch of videos after the fact. I guess his father did the same thing. He scored a nice goal, very similar to Chivas also. So you know, that's a good thing for los Americanistas, bad thing for us. And unfortunately, America didn't win this game. Chivas lost this game.
Well, like my good friend Christopher Sullivan would say, he scored that goal like a fantasista. So it was a golazo, none the less. And, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, America did win the game fair and square. It just sucks, man, to watch Chivas like struggle so much to create attack, you know, to create offensive moves and displays. And they just don't look good, man. They didn't look good on Saturday night. Uriel Antuna, very nice guy, but you know what, dude? I mean, he's just not stepping up. He's stepping up, obviously, in these partido moleros. One of the reasons why Chivas ended up paying the money they paid was obviously because of all the goals that he scored in that Gold Cup. But Super, come on, dude. When you pay that kind of money for a guy like that, you got to be stepping up bigger than that.
It happens to a lot of players, Joe. Not just Antuna. It happens to, you know, like, and not just in Chivas also. Some people are just not meant to play in big teams, you know. They can't fit into the jersey, you know. Wearing the Chivas jersey, as long as like many other big teams, es un extra, you know. Les pesa, you know. They can't.
Pesada.
And they're talented, but something happens to them that they're just, I don't know if the pressure or the fame just goes to their head, and they it's like they forget how to play soccer, being in big teams. And Antuna is showing that, you know, tiene que tener un poquito más de madurez, tiene que ponerle un poquito más de alma while he's on the pitch, and then another thing is it's just they just have to make it in, you know, because he had like Macias, he had that one before America scored. He had that very clear opportunity that he couldn't make it, you know, and he just I don't know. Like I said, this team has just lacked they have lacked ¿cómo se dice?
You're even lost of words, dude.
They had the opportunities, but the target, you know, they missed the target.
Of course.
They can't finish it.
Yeah.
They gotta finish it.
Yeah. Saludos a la banda that are joining us right now. Leo Hernández, por fin el Super enseñará su cara después de que sus Chivas le fallaron.
No me escondo, Leo. No me escondo, Leo. I've always been there, man. Listen, just because some of us have a life, have jobs, you know, it doesn't mean that, you know, I don't show my face.
Ahí está.
I'm all over the place.
No le saques, Leo. Next time you need to come on the podcast and make sure that you also say your words. Al que le debes la apuesta, Josué Maldonado, el super americanista también, super mojado, te manda saludos with his two aguilitas on the message board. So saludos a Josué.
Josué,
go ahead,
está.
Super.
Mi palabra es yo la cumplo, así que I'm here today. Me voy a poner la de la América para complacer a todos ustedes. And not only that, Joe, I'm going to do this also. That jersey today, I'm going to give it away on my Instagram page. So this jersey that I'm going to wear today, I'm giving it away. Go follow me, and like I said, mi palabra es de honor. So.
Ande, pues. Ya dijo el Super Mojado, he's gonna give away his America jersey. So for all of you guys that are Americanistas, make sure that you follow el Super Mojado. And you might be a lucky one and get his stinky America jersey. I would want to win it. I'm actually going to go and try to win it too, so I can wipe the floor with it.
Oh, shit. Y no te agüites, Josué, que I already ordered yours too. Yours is on the way, and it will be, we coming your way soon.
Bueno, pues ya dijiste Super Mojado. All right, so anyway, going back to the game, dude. The game, it started out decent. So if we're analytical about the game itself, especially for the first 10, 15 minutes, it was competitive. I actually was enjoying it. I'm just glad that it was not a 0-0 game because we get a lot of that stuff in these super clásicos, right? The hype is so big, but typically they underwhelm. Están como medio pa los, I don't know, dude, pa los huevones, the people that just don't even want to go out there and watch. But anyway, I think that overall, the game was not too bad. Me están llamando, ¿eh? Se están quejando ya de una vez de estas cosas. Bueno, but overall, I think overall the game was decent. It's not like other games where que deja mucho que desear, it was not too bad. It was not too bad. But obviously, as a Chivas fan, dude, as a Chivas fan, hold on, let me finish. As a Chivas fan, that's where I just have big problems. And like you said, dude, la ofensiva les falta mucho, man. They just need to be able to connect the dots. JJ Macías was completely lost, dude. Completely lost. And I don't know. I mean, I think it's the la media que tiene or something, but it's just such a special talent. And he's just lost, man. I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Super?
No tiene ayuda, man. He has no help, and we have all these players that, like I said before, no sudan la playera, no le meten huevos, but that's what you need to play in a team like Chivas or America. That you need that extra, and this guy's is like the Chofis. We've been waiting for this kid for so long, and he has many opportunities, and he just doesn't make the cut, and. We got guys like Peralta that they're at the end of their careers, and he barely gets a few minutes to play in the game, and he can't make a difference anymore. His legs are not just they don't respond to him, and then you leave a player like Beltrán, El Nene Beltrán, in my opinion, the best mediocampista que tiene el equipo.
Yeah.
And you leave him on the bench, man. How could you leave your best
I agree.
midfielder on the bench?
I agree.
It's just you can't understand, And then El Chicote, he had a couple opportunities too. That header, the Ochoa, he had a nice save on that one,
Right.
And I don't know, man. We can name many others, and just
on and on and on and on and on. Absolutely, Super. I think that it's a lot more than just one thing, but definitely that the move of leaving El Nene on the bench, it was a little disturbing for me because it's not like he wasn't ready to go, and I don't know the full details. I don't know if there was some disciplinaria issue or something like that. But
no,
when you leave,
this kid is legit. I think that the only issue that I do know that is going on with him is that he had ever since he had COVID. And he was out for a while. I guess he's having lung issues where he's short of breath and he just can't run the full 90 minutes. But still, I would rather put him at the start rather than at the end, And then if he can't make it anymore, then you can substitute him. But I'm not the coach, and it's hard to understand them sometimes,
Sometimes I wonder if Chivas would be better off if you were the coach.
We will be champions, that's for sure.
Oh, bueno. Anyway, super, saludos a Ramón Chávez. Leo, I mean, he's got a lot, dude. He's got a lot on the chat, but not a whole lot here. And maybe we should have Leo call us in. What do you think, right? Maybe Leo should call us in.
Que dé la cara, si es muy salsita. He just talks too much. Es como esos que dicen perro que ladra no muerde.
Dice, los Chivas son el Manchester City de México. Gastaron tanto dinero en jugadores y no pueden ganar juegos importantes. Y dice, ¿qué dice? Ya la quiere ganar el Joe. la playera de la América, Josué says. Oribe Peralta hizo más que JJ Macías. It's just being bashed left and right, super. But you know what? At the end of the day, man, ahí está.
Aquí está, güey.
¿Qué
Aquí está la
tienes?
playera ya lista, güey. Aquí la vamos a abrir. And we're gonna show you guys the
Ahí
jersey
está.
that you guys can win. And para que no digan que el super mojado habla mucho. Here is, guys. La de las Águilas. Ahí está.
Qué playera tan más fea y horrorosa, pero al final de
Listen,
cuentas.
me va a dar ronchas hoy. Voy a tener que get my eczema cream ready just in case.
Bueno,
You know,
a ver si no te pega COVID la playera, pues.
¿verdad? Ojalá que no traiga COVID. And you know, here it is. If you guys want to win it, go follow me. Le voy a cumplir aquí a Josué. And la voy a tener que ponérmela.
Yeah. All right. We'll leave that towards the end. Si el José te quiere mirar, he's gonna have to wait till the end, right, Super?
Simón, ahorita
Arre,
nos la
pues.
ponemos.
Okay. So moving on. So the victory obviously important for Las Águilas. It puts them in a much better spot en la tabla de Liga MX. However, Cruz Azul ended up winning. Pumas and León are going to play later on tonight in about 45 minutes or so. But man, I mean that 4-horse race at the top of the Liga MX table continues to get more and more and more competitive. Se está poniendo buena la cosa, and we're in week 11 already, so round 11. So we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 6 weeks left in the regular season. Así es que está caliente el asunto, Super. Right now,
Simón.
it's crazy because you look at all those games, I mean, all those teams, and it looks like it could be anybody's, top of the table, right? Anybody could really essentially have it, right?
Yeah. Well, los que están más fuertes ya es Pumas, Cruz Azul, and León and América. Now that's the top 4. And depending on what Pumas does tonight, they can remain with the super liderato, and yeah, they're the team that they haven't lost in the last 5 matches. So Pumas is going strong. Well, it's right now. Va a ser la como su test. The real test is the next 3 games, because they're gonna play against America and actually tonight León.
Right.
And who else are they playing next? But
You're talking about America?
They're playing America.
No,
León,
but Cruz Azul next week. Clasico Jóvenes next week already, dude. For America.
Yeah.
So it was a really, really difficult stretch for them, for this part of the season. And we talked about it. Remember in our preview show that we did before the season kicked off, how we talked about like America had to be in a very fine spot in the table, and right now they're in second place of the table, so they are absolutely in a good place. But if you look at the remaining schedule, or if you saw the remaining schedule before the season kicked off, anybody who thought that they were going to be in trouble if they were at the bottom, that's history, man. That's kind of like gone out the window, Super.
Yeah, and like I said, they haven't los 3 clásicos in a row. They're playing Cruz Azul and then Pumas. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, one thing that Pio Herrera knows is win clásicos, I guess, and he already won the first one, and let's see how it goes with Cruz Azul and Pumas. And I mean, it hurts me to say this, but Chivas, yes, they beat him. He was the weakest team of the 3 right now. So the real challenge for them is gonna be this next the 2 clásicos. So let's see how they play there.
Yeah, and right now we're looking at the table, and yes, we mentioned Cruz Azul the top, Chivas. I mean, Chivas. Wishful thinking. It's Águilas, Pumas, León. So one of these 2 teams is going to have the opportunity to leap Las Águilas. So Pumas wins, obviously they do. They'll go to the top of the table. All they need is a 1-0 victory, and they're back at the top of the table. León, if they end up winning, they make it to 24 points, so they'll leapfrog Las Águilas as well. But anyway, super. Again, a lot of games remaining still, so there's a lot to be played. Quiero mandar otros saludos a la gente. El Crucito dice, una vez más se demostró el mal nivel de la Liga MX. Hasta parece que estuve viendo un partido de llano super amateur. Qué desilusión. También nos manda saludos el Gerardo Fisher. Gerardo, I hope you got your Galaxy jersey. I hope that Samara delivered that. And then we also owe you that... ¿Cuál le debemos a este canijo? Parece que ya nos compró toda la tienda.
Ya se está robando todos los premios ya el chavo.
I think it was like the Chivas jersey, right? But anyway, saludos también al Gerardo.
Right.
I think it was a Chivas jersey. Yeah, saludos también al Gerardo Fisher. We got to go back to the shows and actually, make sure that that we give him his presents. But the Galaxy, I did ship that out, and if you haven't gotten it, vamos a tener que regañar a la Samara porque I shipped that out already several weeks ago. Saludos a la Samara donde quiera que esté también, ¿no?
Sí, saludos a Mara, que ya que regrese aquí para platicar de sus rayos.
Bueno, pues. So anyhow, super. Again, it's really good, man. I'm really enjoying this season because again, though Chivas technically is not mathematically anywhere near out, right? Right now they're currently in the 8th seed. So pueden calificar a la liguilla.
Remember, lo mediocre que es esta liga, the 12th place is gonna have a repechaje now. So if you don't make it to the 12th place, then you're in real trouble, man. You're
right.
Yes. So
okay. Anyhow, so here's the thing: the 3 teams from Mexico City, Cruz Azul, Pumas, and America, are in the top 4 spots. And that just speaks volumes for the sake of the popularity of the league, right? When those teams and Chivas are in the playoffs, the chances are that the interest is going to be bigger, right? And here's something that I wanted to talk about. So I'm sure that some of you guys are on Reddit in the Liga MX chat group. And there was a lot of people that were just bashing me. I'm gonna try to go back on the comments and see what I said. But anyway, people were
bashing
not
you.
Yeah, I'm the only worldwide Mexican, so I'm sure they were bashing me and nobody else. So they were bashing me left and right because I was trying to defend that. At the end of the day, the Super Clasico between Chivas and America, it's the most important game. But some of these youngsters on Reddit apparently feel otherwise, and many of them were just letting me have it. So I'm gonna try to go back and go to these comments on Reddit. But hey, the people on Reddit, Super Mojado, they are vicious, dude. They are savages, and they don't care. Maybe I'm just a little too viejo to be up in Reddit. But some of the people up in that mix, man, olvídate, se alocan, and these kids are like just like. They're letting you have it. So, all right, here's what I'm going to start off with. Okay. Oh, yeah.
What
so
they bashing you about, man?
So, hold on. Let me tell
I
you.
didn't see this.
So, this guy goes, Marga Lowut says, unpopular opinion, but El Super Clásico has lost so much hype for me over the years. Haven't seen Chivas as a threat for some time. Even when they were winning with Almeida, just always felt they were going to fall from grace again at some point. And then I reply back, very unpopular opinion. So then this other guy, Isco16, and all of these guys out there, if anybody out there is watching this and you guys want to come and debate versus just be a keyboard warrior, by all means, make sure that you guys send me a message. I'll invite you guys to the Eto Podcast so you guys can debate and argue in real time versus take your little sweet time and try to come up with a justifiable answer via a keyboard, all right? So anyhow, this guy Isco16 le hace, it's true, whether you like it or not, Chivas aren't a real rival anymore. Another guy, Lesta, replies back, results say otherwise. America hasn't exactly won a huge percentage of the matches. So anyway, so then I reply back this. There's so many things to take into account besides the recent results. When these two teams meet, a lot of things like records and standings go out the window. It's the tradition and legacy that carries most of the weight. Chivas, el equipo del pueblo, América, los cremas. The rivalry is significant for many reasons, and this matchup is still and will remain the most important in Liga MX. Not Cruz Azul América, not Atlas Chivas, not El Clásico Regio or Capitalino. It's the two most popular teams in Mexico, period. And there's one more message from this guy, Isco. He says, so what if it's the two teams most popular? Popularity doesn't make you champions. I swear Chivas fans hold on to this. It's so annoying. He says it like in a whining. I can only imagine what he sounds like. And then last but not least, I just replied back, no need to get annoyed. It's just not popularity. Did you forget that Chivas has the second most titles ever? Also, the only team to play with Mexicans. And I know there's a lot of people that don't give a shit about that, but you know what? Ask all the millions of Chiva hermanos if they care about that, and they sure as hell do. So, el punto es que they were letting me have it, Super. I was like, Super Mojado, ¿dónde estás? Where are you?
First of all, man, you know, you shouldn't get into this ya te pareces a los a estos güeyes ahí los mismos con los que estás peleando. You shouldn't, you know, people have their opinions, and I think that everybody's entitled to that, to have their opinions.
Well, you know what they say about opinions, right?
Well, tell me.
Well, they're like a letter that starts with an A, because everyone has one. But anyhow,
well, say it, dude.
Come on, Super Mojado. You never heard it? The opinions are like assholes, because everyone has one.
Ahí está, güey. Ahí está. You see? That's what I'm saying. So
Hazlo de a pedo.
It's like, te estás bajando a su nivel, güey. Come on, you know?
No.
Que se
I'm just trying to educate.
Shit.
I'm just trying to educate a lot of these people, you know? I mean, especially like, I love Reddit. Reddit is great, dude. It has a lot. It's like a really genuine community, right? And I'm all for people having their opinions. But again, one thing is for people to like, you know, blah, 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 blah type. And another thing is for people to come up and, you know, have conversations in person. So again, that's why I'm making this invitation to not just the people on Reddit, anybody, you know? So actually starting this next week, we're going to be getting a brand new phone line. And we're going to have that open for anybody who wants to call in, and it's going to be accessible. So that way everybody can have their, you know, their little rant if they want to. If they want to attack us. Look, at the end of the day, es una opinión, Super, right? It's an opinion.
5 minutos de fama, dilo, güey. Dilo como es. 5 minutos de fama. You come over here let us have it.
Ya les quitaste 10, güey.
We'll go back and forth.
Ya les quitaste 10. It used to be 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but this is a 1 hour show. We can't give him 15 minutes. But anyways, let's forget about this caqueritos que están todos ahí tirándote. And let's talk about the real polémica that's going on here, man. I want to know your opinion on this one. About the scene that happened after the Clasico was over.
Oh, oof.
I mean, what do you got to say about this one, man? Oribe Peralta, Uriel Antuna, and there was someone else over there from Chivas chit-chatting, you know, laughing their asses off after they lost El Clásico. And not only that, but interchanging jerseys, you know, con el mayor rival que tienes en la historia, man. They're exchanging jerseys. What do you think about that? What is your opinion?
Hold on, dude. Because first of all, what I want to do is I want to show the image. That's the first thing that I want to do. All right. So that way people can actually see, and they're not just, they're not just, you know, taking our word for it. Right. Porque una cosa is like, you know, for people to actually see the image, and another thing is for us to say, because, okay, I know that obviously there's a lot of people out there that feel really strong against it, right? And there was certainly a lot of other people that had absolutely no problem with it at all. You know, they were just like, you know what? It's not the way that it used to be, que no sé qué, blah, blah, blah. So let me put the image up there. All right, so that's the image, right? That's the image that went viral. And it basically shows Oribe Peralta, Antuna, like, you know, just really short of like hugging each other with the other America players. And this is like what caused the uproar, right? This is the type of stuff that obviously ended up rubbing people the wrong way. I am assuming, including yourself, Super Mojado.
Oh, man.
But hold on. You asked me first my opinion, okay? And here's what I think. Look. At the end of the day, players are going to do whatever the hell they want, right? And we are in a different day and age. We live in a world where people are very fragile about a lot of things. And nobody likes to talk smack, right? And I get it. There's some lines that you should not cross, right? Like people who are racist and homophobic and all that stuff. That we're not even talking about that. But now it seems as though like people can't do anything without others being offended. And this is a perfect example of that. So if these two guys are friends with those other guys, right? Who gives a damn, right? I don't care. At the end of the day, to me, the only thing that shows me is that they don't have the passion like the other players. That's my opinion. You know, that is what I care about. And a lot of people are going to be quick to judge and say like, you know what, dude? But they played in the national team, blah, blah, blah. They're going to look for ways for defending these cats. Pero para mí, es un super clásico. And you know what? I mean, I'm thinking about myself and about the way that I am in a game. In a game, dude, if I lose, especially against my biggest rival, the hell with that. I'm not gonna. You have to have sportsmanship. I get it. I'm not going out there. I'm not gonna try to beat him up. But like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, buddy, and all that crap. Forget that, dude. And I think that's why this is rubbing people the wrong way.
Yep. I completely agree with you. And not only that, but there is code, man. There's code. And when you're, and I understand La Afición. I understand a little both ways. Like Peralta, he came out and put in a response over there to all these critics. And he's like, oh, we're professionals and we're caballeros and, we're friends. And yes, dude, I understand that. I'm not saying don't be friends with these guys. I understand you guys played together in La Selección. I know you played in America. You have history with them. It's cool. But there's code, Don't do it in front of cameras, especially when you know that everybody's watching.
Right.
We're in the time and age that everybody is recording, taking pictures.
For sure.
So you just lost the biggest game in the tournament for your team. Don't do it. Go to the locker rooms if you want to say hi. Go if you want to like joke around.
Yeah, do it behind closed doors, right?
Meet with them after the game, dude.
Right.
Don't do it in front where you're hurting más de 40 millones de aficionados.
Right.
Que they want you to put everything on the field and te quieren que te mates en la cancha. Que des todo por el equipo. You're making $2 million a year, man. It's not cool that,
right.
Some of us, we play like amateur games. And when we play against one of our biggest rivals, they're not paying us crap. And we don't do that. It's like, there's, like I said, there's codes, there's time, there's a time and place that you can do shit like that.
Okay, so right now our buddy Gerardo Fisher says that I think if America had lost, Americanistas would be upset too by that behavior. So I understand that the Chivas hermanos are mad, which many of them are, including Super Mojado. Also, he said that Osvaldo Sanchez in an interview that this happened all the time. The only difference is that it happened by the vestidores and not in front of the camera, which is exactly what you just said, Super Mojado.
Exactly,
and that's the one thing that these players aren't even taking into account. That's why it rubs people the wrong way. People are, fanáticos, right? And they expect for their players to have the same type of hate for their rivals. And the last thing that they want is to shake their hand. Even the primos start hating each other and don't talk to each other for weeks because of this game. So anyhow, it's interesting. But you know what? Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't care, man. It doesn't matter to me because these guys are becoming more prima donnas. And the footballer from today is not the footballer of yesterday. Let's be real.
Exactly.
All the Carlos Hermosillos and all those Claudio Suarez and Ramon Ramirez and El Supi Perez, Gonzalo Farfán, Alfredo Tena, like those guys are all from the past. Those guys were like the vicious guys. Has anybody not seen the Bronca from like 1984 on video at least? Has anybody not seen Los Putazos from 87?
All of them, man.
Come on.
A bunch of broncas all the time.
El único
And
que
they
se puso
used to,
broncado ayer fue Irán Mier, right? He was the only one that towards the end of the game was like heated.
yeah, yeah. It's they used to play by honor, not for money, you know. It was they would
Exactly.
play con garra, con corazón,
Con
sudando la
huevos, dilo,
camiseta, con
super.
con huevos ahí, sudando la camiseta. You know,
Sudándole
you're
los huevos también.
representing a big nation. You're not just you are not in that moment. It's not just 11 players. It's millions of people behind you that want to get the win. You know, it's and you should have some respect for la afición at least, and like I said, just you should know, man. You should know. Oh shoot, I'm gonna get killed over this. We'll just like Osvaldo said. Let's just go and chit chat and los vestidores. You know, you don't have to do it like in front of everyone.
Right. Queremos mandar también un saludo rápidamente a nuestro amigo íntimo, el señor Ricardo Celis. He was watching us too. And also, we want to give him a little quick plug. A reminder that if you guys haven't done this, make sure that you get his libro, Pisando Serpientes. It's already out on Amazon. As a matter of fact, we're going to be inviting him back, and he's going to we're going to give one away on his behalf. So make sure that you guys check out Ricardo Celis' book, Pisando Serpientes. Super. I don't know if you already got your copy, but I ordered 2 copies. I gave one to my mother, and then the other one is for us to give away. So as soon as my mom is done reading her copy, I'm going to start reading my own version of Pisando Serpientes. But anyhow, saludos de nuevo a nuestro chavo Ricardo Celis. So,
saludos, Ricardo. Saludos.
So, did you get your copy or what?
Of course, man.
Órale, pues,
I haven't started reading yet, but you know, we'll get there soon.
Bueno, pues, all right. So anyhow,
before we drop the subject, I just wanted to tell these guys, dude, I had money on the line. I had honor on the line, and now me están rompiendo el man. Tienen que echarle más huevos. Ahora mira, me tocó perder, culeros.
Bueno, that's why I don't bet unless I can afford to lose the money. So I'm sure you're fine, Super. You're a baller, so you'll be all right. All right, let's move on to another topic. Today we saw once again El Lobo, Raul Alonso Jimenez score for Wolverhampton, and a big rumor started surfacing around the internet that allegedly Real Madrid is offering about 50 million euros for his services. So, Super Mojado, when we hear that, and I know that you're a big believer that if Raul has the opportunity to go to any one of these big clubs, that he should take that opportunity, right?
He should. I think that he's if he wants to really prove himself to everyone that thinks he's one of the best Mexican players in Europe, he should go into a bigger team. He should show us that he can earn a spot in the 11 for any of the teams, the big teams in Europe. You know, y no quedarse como la estrellita del Atlético San Pancho, you know. And if this happens though, that's another thing. Is like I thought that Wolves said that they wouldn't let him go if it wasn't for 100 million.
That's exactly what I was thinking when we were having this conversation earlier, and there it is right there on our ETO Instagram page. Nice job over by Leo Hernandez, in creating these posts and giving all that information. So 50 million euros, and yeah, we also had this conversation earlier. Luis Bravo did mention that it was 80 million euros, and obviously, I guess that's translated a little bit close to $100 million. And also, we have to take into account that COVID-19 played an important role in a lot of the prices, and obviously, the prices are impacted by that, right? I mean, a lot of the teams went from demanding or asking for an exuberant amount of money for these players, to kind of thinking, oh, shoot, nobody's going to pay for that anymore. And I think that's probably one of the things that ended up happening with Raul. But Super Mojado, Raul at Real Madrid means or would mean what?
Well, it would mean that, like I said, that he has what it takes. He has la garra para tomar otro challenge in Europe, to prove that he can, he can achieve that, el ansiado, el verdadero sueño de un mexicano, to play in a big team, seguir los pasos de Hugo Sánchez, tratar de alcanzar at least a little bit of what of la gloria that Hugo Sanchez got in Europe. And we all know Hugo Sanchez is the best Mexican player we have ever had in the history of our football. So if he wants to be remembered like a great player, just like Hugo, he has to take it, and he has to go over there and at least try. And even if he doesn't, if he doesn't achieve it, he could at least say, I tried my best, and no soy como uno del montón, uno más del montón.
That's fair, because at the end of the day, I've always thought that it's great to have Mexican players being represented in these like very important teams, but it just drives me nuts when we have them sit on the bench. That's the thing that I just despise. Que se echan a perder en la banca, they go there and then they don't end up, they don't end up playing. And we've seen that with even some of our best talent. Obviously, like, Chucky Lozano, good thing that he ended up getting some minutes over at Napoli, despite Gattuso and him having a lot of friction. But again, for me, it's just, it's a big concern having a player with the talent of Raul Jimenez go to Real Madrid and then ending up getting benched. Now, if he gets the opportunity y no la arma, that's a completely different ballgame, right? That's a completely different thing. We cannot do much about that. But I just want him to get the opportunity to Super. That's what I want. Llévatelo, right? Llévatelo.
Yeah.
But give him the opportunity. Give him the chance to actually play. Don't put him in one game. He doesn't score, and then that's it. You bench him for the rest of the freaking season. And unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes. And sometimes the guys that score, one or two goals in their debut game, they get put in again. They don't do anything. And again, nothing. Again, nothing. Until like the fourth game that they don't do anything, that's when they finally get benched, So there's a lot of inconsistencies when it comes to that. And that's the only fear that I have of Raul Jimenez going to that. I was going to say Super Mojado. Imagínate you in Real Madrid. That's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear that I have of Raul Jimenez going over to El Real Madrid, that he may not get the opportunities that he deserves and that he needs. But hey, if he does, I feel that Raul Jimenez is capable enough to achieve great things at a big club. Is our ETO analyst Edwin Cáceres listening to us somewhere? Because I don't know if his guy's gonna start ringing.
Yeah, pero don't worry about it.
Raul has those abilities, man. So
I think so. I think so too. I think he has a lot of talent. I think he can definitely fight for a spot in the starting 11, and yeah, I mean, he will get to prove, like I said, that que sí se puede, and not just be, like I said, in Estrella del Wolves, that he wouldn't even get to play Europe championships, because Wolves don't have a spot on anything this coming year. So if he wants to participate in those tournaments, he has to aim higher.
Yeah, no, you couldn't have said it any better. And I'm actually gonna pull up one of the little grafiquitas that Leo did. I'm just showing off Leo's work over at.
Ya no le infles el globo a Leo, porque then ya no cabe en la puerta el güey.
No tengas celos, no seas envidioso, Super Mojado. No seas envidioso, déjalo. Nice job by Leo Hernández and all the social media team. Saludos a Jair, saludos a Luis Bravo, Valentin Lewis, by the way, be on the lookout, guys, because we have some ETO t-shirts up in the mix. Super Mojado, I know that I've been keeping this quiet from you, but make sure that when they pop up, you're ready to order them, because our friends over at Incha Clothing Brand are going to be partnering up with us to create some really, really, really cool t-shirts. So a big shout out to Valentin Lewis, our designer, who has been doing some really, really cool stuff. And we'll be showing those off pretty soon, Super. Así es que ya sabes lo que puedes regalar para Navidad.
Listo. I'm ready with the two credit card.
All right. So, la convocatoria de la selección mexicana came out last week, and obviously 2 games, one against Costa Rica, the other one against Denmark. And correct me if Denmark, Holland. Correct me if I'm wrong, Super. So all the players are from Liga MX, but there's not a single MLS player. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
They're all from locales.
So, but that's because of the whole COVID thing, or why did they not call any of the?
I think it's just right now it's just como una mini concentración. It's
okay, so esta no es la lista para jugar.
No. I think this is ¿cómo se llaman los
mini camp?
Man, they gave them a name to these things when they se concentran just like for 3 days out of the week, and then they're gonna go back to their teams to play for the weekend. Microciclo. Es un microciclo del Tata. So after this, he's gonna give his list for that game, and I believe it's just gonna be local players. I don't think it's gonna be no va a haber jugadores de afuera. I think there's a lot to do with COVID too and the restrictions. I don't know if the MLS is gonna allow their players to leave. You know.
Right. So so that's something that could be interesting. Now, it's this same list that was included. Or all the players that were included in this list are also the ones that are going to go and play against Holland in Holland? Because that game's going to be in Holland, right?
Yes.
So,
in Japan, I believe.
In Japan? Well, that's not Holland. Canijo, is it Holland or is it Japan?
I'm sorry, not Japan. It's going to be Holland and also
Johan Cruyff Arena, right?
New Zealand. They're going to play both in the same place, I believe.
Okay.
So, New Zealand. Yeah. And... But yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be the majority of them. I don't know if once they go to Europe, if they're gonna have Europeos. It could possibly be, but we gotta confirm that.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of things to be determined right now with the Mexican national team. But I think the more and more things get closer to coming back to normality, the quicker the calendar's probably going to end up having to move, because, look, we're practically in October already. So the World Cup year is going to creep up on us like in the blink of an eye. The World Cup's going to be in November of 2022. So technically we're about, 2 full years, right?
2 years away, yeah.
2 full years. But that's the thing, though. 2 full years, and none of the qualifiers, except for maybe 1 or 2, have started. And typically, all the qualifiers began like 3 years before, right?
Yeah, but it's difficult, man, because of the pandemic. It's just gonna be hard. It's gonna be an unusual qualifying like season, and yeah, it's gonna be really, really tough, especially now that every tournament has been delayed, and then the traveling, all this traveling that is banned from country to country, and it all depends on where you're at, and so it's really tough. Even to come play, even for the teams to come play to the United States is not happening. La selección no va a venir a Estados Unidos.
Right, which technically the only one that's suffering from that is Zoom.
Oh yeah.
Not well, maybe some of the fans, right? The fans that get
and
to
the
go
fans too, because
and us too, I guess, because we get to
doing. They're always there,
Right, and us too, I guess, in a way. But Zoom's the one that's suffering the most. And maybe
I mean, we're not losing money or anything. Zoom is losing money. That's what there's. The fans are not losing money either.
Whoever
se lo están ahorrando.
ends up getting the kickback.
Can you imagine the amount of money that the Mexican fans spend in chelas and stadium and tickets? Some people pay like hundreds of dollars just to get in the stadium. Oh man,
it's insane. It's insane, super. But anyway. All right, dude. I think we're getting ready to wrap things up, dude. So the moment of truth has come.
Ah, man.
Así es
no
que
quería que llegara este momento, güey, pero pues ni modo. Aquí está.
Here
Ahora
it is.
sí, ponle ahí.
Una
a
musiquita.
drum roll or something, man.
Una musiquita.
Ahí
está.
All right.
Ya llegó el momento que todos esperaban.
¿Dónde está Josué? ¿Es Josué listo? Because this is the main reason.
Josué, the last message he sent. The last message that he sent to us was saying something about Raul tiene que salir a buscar y no ser conformista. So he's still watching as of like 5 minutes ago. So now, Josué, ahí está tu deuda. At least part of it. El super mojado oficial, a.k.a. el super águila, el super huila.
Quema esta madre, güey. It's burning, dude. Oh my. How do you guys do this?
Ahí está.
This is burning. Oh, shoot. Creo que trae piojos esta madre. Chinches.
Ahí está, pues. El super mojado, a.k.a. el super águila fan.
The only thing is that I think my father is going to be proud of me.
Oh, yeah. Leo Hernandez, if you're watching, make sure that you take a screenshot of this. Because we're not going to get a chance to see this one once again. Ay, qué bonito se mira el super mojado. Dice Josué Maldonado, dale un beso, super, por favor.
Me está matando esta madre, güey.
Ahí
está, güey. Tómenle las fotos que quieran. Whatever you guys want to do, man. Here it is. Ahí está, muchachones.
Lo prometido es deuda. El super mojado sí paga su deuda. Así es que.
Claro, aquí está. Ahí, tómale el screenshot. Ahí te va.
A ver, pues. Ahí está. You're on a single. Ahí está tu screenshot, super mojado. There you go. So, all right. So, super, remind people once again, if they want to win the jersey, what do they got to do?
All right, guys. If you want to win this jersey, para que
con
vean
todo y
que
piojos.
Mi palabra es de honor, go follow me in Instagram, el Super Mojado Oficial. I'll be giving away to all mis camaradas americanistas these jerseys. Así que vayan y síganme.
Con todo y piojos la vas a regalar.
Con todo y liendres aquí, piojos, garrapatas, todo lo que trae esta madre que me está dando comezón, güey,
Bueno, all right. So, Super Mojado, that pretty much does it for us tonight. Así es que los piojos se los pegó el Super Mojado, dice. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of the Eto Podcast. I hope that you guys tune in this upcoming Thursday porque este jueves vamos a tener de invitado nada más y nada menos que Tato Noriega. El Tato Noriega is going to be joining us this Thursday. So we cannot wait to have Tato join us. Super tipazo. And we're extremely excited to have him join us here at the Eto Podcast. Super Mojado, any final words?
Arriba las Chivas, cabrones.
Ande pues. All right, so once again, thank you very much for tuning in. On behalf of El Super Mojado, I am Joe Rodriguez. Until next time, so long. Please make sure that you guys take care of each other. Adios.